to show you how to write dispute reasons that get results. And we're going to do this using the dispute reason formula, and we call it AJERO. That's very simply the acronym, okay? So the reason we're doing this is because all you need to do is take the information from your credit report, plug it into this formula, and glue it together, and wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Guess what? Now you have the perfect dispute reason that can remove literally anything that you dispute on your credit report. I don't care if it's a collection, or foreclosure, repossession. I don't care what it is. As long as it's not child support or a foreclosure in process, then you have the possibility of removal if it's done the right way. And the right way is using this formula, okay? So look, no one ever said that getting a mortgage or car or $15,000 loan would be easy if you have negative accounts on your credit report. Oh wait, they did say that, but they were lying, okay? Here's the real, tried, tested, and true method for creating dispute reasons that get results virtually every time. We're gonna go over the formula breakdown, examples, and how to apply the formula to literally any account on your credit report. And you can very simply look at the bottom of the screen for any of these slides, and you're going to find the link to schedule a call with me if you would instead like to see if I can take over your file, do it for you, and get you the results that you can't get yourself. And maybe it's just that you're lazy. Maybe you don't have the time to put into this. Maybe you just don't want to. I don't care what the reason is. If I can help you, I might offer my services to you, and you might let me get you the results that you just can't get right now, okay? So if you have foreclosures, repossessions, charge-offs, late payments, inquiries, bankruptcies, judgments, then either use this formula to get those results or have me do it for you. So let's get right to this. On the left-hand side, you're going to see my notes. On the right-hand side, you're going to see the actual formula, okay? So obviously I wrote this out and then put it into this presentation. So if you can remember a simple acronym, and yes, acronym is spelled incorrectly, my apologies, you can write the perfect dispute reason. And before we go any further, remember, it is not the letter that removes the negative accounts. It is the reason you are giving the credit bureaus. Creditor name, account number, boom, reason. That's it. That is it. And the formula is AJERO. Action, justifier, element, reason, and optionally, outcome. Now, I say optionally because outcome normally is used only for a late payment, like update to paid on time. That's the outcome I'm asking them for, right? Because there's two things that they need to do. They need to correct the status, if it says like paid was late 30 days or whatever, and they need to remove it from the payment history, okay? So action is going to be like delete, correct, update, remove. The justifier is just the word because. Do this because of that. Element is very simply going to be date less active, date less paid, so on and so forth. The reason is because, hello, it's inaccurate, it's incorrect. I wasn't late, the balance is wrong, all right? So that is all you have to remember is AJERO. And here's two examples. Action, justifier, element, reason, and outcome. And I think it's funny that they turned the R for reason into the registered symbol. So example one, delete this charge off because the date last reported was, and for some reason part of this was deleted, but was not changed, even though you said it's verified. So let's break this down. The action is delete, all right? Delete. The justifier is because, the element is the date last reported, and the reason is it was not changed, even though they said it was verified. Example 2, remove this late payment on January 2020 because I paid on time. Update to paid as agreed for inaccuracy. The action is remove, the element is a late payment, the reason is because I paid on time, the justifier is because, and the outcome is update to paid as agreed for inaccuracy. Now over here on the left, we have our account example, so the late payment history. And then on the right, we have the breakdown, okay? And we are going to glue this together afterwards, all right? So for January, Experian and TransUnion both report okay, but Equifax reports 30 days late. And then it's flipped for February. So obviously the date less paid is incorrect. So as you can see, one element influences the other, and you can learn more about that on the video, The Domino Effect for Disputing and What the Flow. And that's literally the name of the video, What the Flow, Domino Effect for Disputing. So the action is update, the element is the payment history, the reason is exactly as I told you, 121 is reported as X, 221 is reported as Y, and the outcome is update to paid as agreed for inaccuracy. So let's put this together. So let's take all these elements of the account from the previous step and glue it together nicely. So here's your full dispute reason. And it looks a little bit long, and you can chop this down because we want as few words as possible. Update the payment history because 121 is reported as okay on both Experian and TransUnion, but 30 days late on Equifax. And 221 is reported as 30 days late on both Experian and TransUnion, but on time for Equifax. Update to paid, never late. Here's a simplified version. But remember, you do want to put the facts in here. Remove the late payment history on both 121 and 221 because all three bureaus report different information. And then step by step, you want to do the analysis, write down your elements, do the full reason, and then double check your work. All right, so do an account analysis, right? What does this account say and what should be disputed? Note each required element and extract the facts. Create your AJERO breakdown, action, element, reason, outcome, right? And obviously the justifier is just the word because. Write out your full reason using as few words as possible. And then double check that the facts are listed, that your argument makes sense, that the computer can understand it, and that, again, it is as simple as possible. And then here's two examples. One is good, one is not. All right. Example number 1, delete for inaccuracy because the balance is wrong. Example number 2, this account needs to be removed because the balance is wrong. And if you fail to verify this account, federal law requires that you delete it. Which one do you think is the right one? That is correct example number 1 because obviously it is the simplest. You don't need to add in any of that extra stuff and nobody cares about federal law. All right. And that's the thing. All these other companies, they base their possibility or probability of results based on what is supposed to happen, right? Because federal law says that blah, 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 blah. It doesn't work like that. You need to obviously not expect that the worst is going to happen, but you need to plan for it. You need to plan that this is going to take some time because it's the most important thing outside of family and health, obviously. And that you need to invest in yourself to be able to do this, all right? So it's not going to happen in 30 days. It's not going to happen in 45 days. This is going to take time. You have to do it the right way, and if you don't do it the right way, it's not going to happen, all right? So here's the process. Analysis, AJERO, put it together, and double check. If you can do that, then you can get results. Now, I did write out an advanced reasoned decisions, but it was too difficult to put it into words instead of just a physical process. So we are not going to go over this right now. We might go over it later, but it's really like, it's just having an action plan for every single round. You don't want plan A to be the same as B, C, D, E, and F. You need for each of those to be its own action plan because you don't want it to come back as frivolous. You don't want to have to do this for the rest of your life, and you want to move on. So do it the right way. Speaking of which, again, you can go to vargasrevolution.vipmembervault.com to get free, awesome access to content for credit repair resources. All right. Now, again, if you want me to do this for you, if you want to find out if I can take over your file and get you just one step closer to that new home, car, higher limit credit cards, apartment, boat, business loan, etc., head over to vcda.com/expert-credit-sweeps and I'll see if I can help. All right. For now, have a great day. Hope you have a wonderful week. Hope you had a great weekend. It was my birthday weekend. Now I'm hella old. But we are back in business now. We are back to work, and I want for you to be successful. So take this time, learn, do this the right way, and I'll help you in any way that I can. Leave a comment on this video and let me know if there's anything that you need additional clarification on, or you just have an extra, another question. Hit that like, make sure you subscribe, and smash that bell for notifications, and I will see you next time.